while we are waiting on Brooklyn to go get Mason, I just want to say how proud I am of all of you for doing this and for reading those extra books. That takes a lot, and the knowledge that you guys had to know. Honestly, I have not read them all. You guys have read more of them than me. Now that Battle of the Books is over, I am going to read them to see what you guys have been reading. I've read some of them, but I want to give out certificates for all those that participated. So if I call your name, please come and get a certificate.
Oh.
October Garcia.
I started it.
Nevaeh's absent today. Ellie Biddle. Alexa Oswald. And then Macy is out. And then I've got Jordan Higgins. Haley Crane.
She's not here.
Yes, she's here, but it's okay. Giselle Hunter. Daniel Dacus. And Lily Bolt. Sorry. And hey, can you guys come up here with your certificates, and can Coach Raw take your picture real fast and hold your certificates?
Let's go. Giselle's not here.
Okay.
She checked out. Bless you. Good job.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
I don't like this. It's okay, right?
Okay, guys, we are beginning. Level 0, please.
Don't be scared.
Okay, are we ready? Okay,
Mason's right there.
to my left. To my left, we have the Razor books. You will have all the odd questions. And to my right, I have the Five Musketeers. You will have all the even questions. We will not go over the answers. We're going to just go really fast. Are you ready? Okay. Question number 1, Razor books. In what book did 3 birds help the characters discover the combination of a padlock?
Secret Coders.
That is correct.
Yeah.
You know, correct. Okay, number 2, question 2, Five Musketeers. In which book does the main character decide it does not matter anymore if clothes are ironed, hair is done, or whether the coffee is bad? Incorrect. Okay, you have 10 seconds for the still after I read the question. In which book does the main character decide it does not matter anymore if clothes are ironed, hair is done, or whether the coffee is hot?
Fast pitch.
Incorrect. Okay, back to the Razor books. Question 3. In what book does the main character find a train pass for her and her brother in her parents' wastebasket? Goes to the Razor books.
Maybe.
Incorrect. In what book does the main character find a train pass for her and her brother in her parents' wastebasket? 10 seconds. Incorrect. Okay, number 4. Question number 4. Number 4. Five Musketeers. In what book do friends organize a make-believe parade indoors because they can't attend a real one due to a rainstorm?
Oh, I forgot I had the book.
Correct.
Renee Watson.
Correct. Okay, number 5, the Razor books. In what book does one of the characters write in his notebook, mouth like scissors?
Dinosaurs Before Dark.
Correct. And do you know the author?
Mary Pope Osborne.
Osborne, correct. Okay, number 6, Musketeers. In what book does the main character hide in a bread truck to escape through a high fence guarded by cameras?
Running out of time.
Correct. And do you know the author? 10 seconds. Time's up. Do you guys know the author of Running Out of Time?
Blue Ballard.
Incorrect. Okay, number 7 to the Razor books. In what book do the children discover that a creature's skin is very soft and fuzzy?
The Chronicles of Narnia.
Incorrect. You guys know, in what book do the children discover that a creature's skin is very soft and fuzzy?
Dinosaurs Before Dark.
Correct. And you know the author?
Mary Pope Osborne.
Correct. Okay, number 8. Back to the Musketeers again. In what book did the main character's grandpa trick a grizzly bear into thinking he was a huge rattlesnake man?
Can you repeat the question?
In what book did the main character's grandpa trick a grizzly bear into thinking he was a huge rattlesnake man? Yes, that's correct.
Oh.
And do you know the author?
Lauren.
Correct. Cornish, yes. Number 9, Razor books. In what book does the main character drop the phone she is using as a flashlight after bats whirl into a frenzy because of the light?
Who's to Make Sunshine?
Incorrect. Do you guys know it? Correct. And you know the author? Correct. Okay, number 10, Five Musketeers. In what book did a penniless man die when he was in his 40s and almost nothing was known about his life?
Is that all the questions?
It is even, yes, The Musketeers.
I don't know what I knew about
Jason Vermeer.
Correct. Do you know the author?
Blue Ballard.
Correct. Okay, number 11, Razor books. In what book did the first challenge require a strong arm, the second a brave heart, and the final challenge was won by a wise head?
Chronicles of Narnia.
Incorrect. You guys know? In what book did the first challenge require a strong arm, the second a brave heart, and the final challenge was won by a wise head?
Bestbridge.
Incorrect. Okay, number 12. Going back to the Musketeers. In what book does a housekeeper showing people through an old house chase the children into a big adventure?
Half Upon a Time.
Incorrect. Okay.
Chronicles of Narnia.
Correct. And do you know the author?
C.S. Lewis.
Correct. Okay, Razor books, your turn. In what book did an evil character change into a dragon?
Half Upon a Time.
Correct. And do you know the author of Half Upon a Time?
James Riley.
Correct. Okay, number 14, Musketeers. In what book does the younger brother bring all the money plus a compass for their great adventure?
Dinosaurs Before Dark.
Incorrect. For the steal, in what book does the younger brother bring all the money plus a compass for their great adventure?
Ways to Make Sunshine.
Incorrect. Okay, number 15, Razor Books. In what book did the main characters see a dinosaur that looked like a rhinoceros, but he had 3 horns instead of 1?
Dinosaurs Before Dark.
Okay, and the author?
Mary Pope Osborne.
Correct. Okay, number 16, The Musketeers. In what book does the main character contact a newspaper reporter who helps her write a story reuniting her with her family? Incorrect.
What was the question again?
Do you guys know? In what book does the main character contact a newspaper reporter who helps her write a story reuniting her with her family?
Maybe.
Incorrect. Okay, number 17, Razor Books. In what book does the main character's name mean king?
Ways to Make Sunshine.
Correct. Do you know the author of Ways to Make Sunshine? Time's up. Do you guys know the author of Ways to Make Sunshine?
Renee Watson.
Correct. Okay, number 18, Musketeers. In what book did the in what book did the skinny twerp say that the dogs were howling because they could feel the vibrations of the earth deep underground?
I Survived the San Francisco earthquake in 1906.
Okay, and do you know the author? Correct. Okay, number 19. In what book does the main character take an old leather journal from an attic room she's not supposed to enter without permission?
Mixed Up Files.
Incorrect. Fast Pitch is correct. And do you know the author?
Stone.
Correct. Okay, number 20. Going back to the Musketeers. In what book did the students take the train to the Art Institute? Incorrect. For the steal, in what book did the students take the train to the Art Institute?
Mixed Up Files.
Incorrect. Okay, number 21, Razor Books. In which book does the main character catch a fish from the river by attracting them with nothing but wiggly fingers?
Yeah, the fish think that those are worms.
What book does that come from? It's Razor Books.
Me.
Okay, do you guys know for the steal? You have the book. You have the steal. Maybe is correct. Do you know the author of Maybe?
Caroline Starrose.
Correct. Okay, number 22, Musketeers. In what book does a queen insist the boy go back and bring his brother and sister to a land at her house?
Can you repeat the question?
In what book does a queen insist the boy go back and bring his brother and sisters to a land at her house? Incorrect.
Chronicles of Narnia.
Correct. And you know the author.
C.S. Lewis.
Correct. Okay, 23. This is your last question. Razor books. In what book does the main character ask her mother to drop them off in front of the school so they can walk in by herself?
Secret Cutters.
Correct. And you know the author.
Gang with a Lie.
Correct. Okay. Musketeers, your last question. In what book does the main character embark on a dangerous journey to save her little sister and several other children? Correct. And you know the author. Running out of time. Okay. We are going to tally it up. Just remember, if the Musketeers win, you still have to beat them the second time because it's double elimination. But if you win, then you win. Okay? So give us just a minute. Uh-huh. 0 on both.
First time nobody ever lost.
Yeah, I was just double checking.
No, crossing two fingers is bad luck. You're silly. Or she could just keep us, you know? She could just keep us.
Yes. Okay. Okay, the 5 Musketeers.
Losing streak.
So we have to do one more round because it's double elimination. And we're going to do it right now and have a winner. Okay? So hang in there one more time.
What if they win and what if
If they win, then they win. But if
About
we win,
questions, I'm going to go back to the beginning.
and then we go all. Oh, just go back to the beginning. Let's go.
Lock in, guys. Lock in.
Yeah.
So there's different questions. Yeah.
Oh shoot. Go.
So to my
Left is even. The right is the odd.
odd is Razor books. And even is the Musketeers.
The 5.
Good job, Shawnee. Good job, Marilyn.
Okay, are you ready? Here we go. Okay, number 1, the Razor book. In which book does the main character feel she doesn't provide value like her necessary brother?
Maybe.
Correct. And do you know the author?
Caroline said Rose.
Correct. Okay. In what book do the boys rescue the bad thief from a burning building and then dump him onto the street?
Oh shoot. I survived.
Correct. And you know the author? Correct. Okay. Number 3. In what book does the main character's mother confess that they are living in a reconstructed village that serves as a tourist site?
Running out of time.
Correct. You know the author?
Blue ballot.
Incorrect. Do you guys know the author? Running Out of Time.
Addicts.
Correct.
Let's go.
Number 4. In what book does the main character get worried when her parents serve ice cream before dinner?
Where's the mix? One second.
This goes to.
Please.
Wait, hold on. I'm looking at the wrong person, but it goes to you guys. Go ahead.
Where's the mix soundtrack?
Correct. And you know the author?
Renee Watson.
Correct. Okay, number 5. In what book did the 2 main characters live on a narrow street, 3 houses from each other?
I survived the San Francisco earthquake of 1906.
Incorrect. Okay, you guys know that one for the steal?
Oh, what did you say?
In what book is there? I'm sorry. In what book did the 2 main characters live on a narrow street, 3 houses from each other? Incorrect. Okay, back to the Musketeers. Number 6. In what book does the main character encounter a snarling animal while by herself behind an abandoned house? Incorrect. Do you guys know in what book does the main character encountering a snarling animal while by herself behind an abandoned house? Correct. And do you know the author of Fast Pitch?
Next time.
Correct. Okay, number 7. Going back to the Razor books, okay? In what book does a cave have books with titles like The Life and Letters of Cornelius or Nips and Their Ways?
Chronicles of Narnia.
Correct. And do you know the author?
Yes.
Correct. Okay, number 8, Musketeers. In what book do the children see the statue of an angel in the museum?
The Mixed Up Files.
Correct. You know the author? Time's up. Do you guys know the author of The Mixed Up Files of Mrs. Basil E. Frank Weller?
Facts.
Incorrect. Okay, number 9, back to the Razor books. In what book did the teacher announce that she had no idea what they would work on that year?
Jason Vermeer.
Correct. And you know the author?
Blue ballot.
Good. Correct. Number 10, Musketeers. In what book does the main character accidentally get chocolate pudding on her head? And you know the author?
Yay.
Correct. Number 11, Razor books. In what book did someone break into a character's house and steal a box with a heart on it?
Half Upon a Time.
Correct. And you know the author?
James Wiley.
Correct. Okay, number 12, Musketeers. In what book did the main character have a deep, searing pain from somewhere inside when his grandfather's gold nugget was stolen?
I Survived.
Correct. You know the author.
Lauren Tartt.
Correct. Okay. Number 13, Razor Books. In what book do creatures have eyes that open and close depending on what number they are looking at?
Secret Coders.
Correct.
Yang.
Correct. Okay, number 14, Musketeers now. In what book was there a storybook that writes down any stories you tell by painting whatever you are thinking as pictures?
Half Upon a Time.
Correct. You know the
James
author?
Riley.
Correct. Okay, number 15, Razor Books. In what book is a new world covered with ferns and tall grass and a winding stream through it?
Ways to Make Sunshine.
Incorrect.
Wait, what was the question?
In what book is a new world covered with ferns and tall grass and a winding stream through it? Incorrect. Okay, number 16, Musketeers. In what book does the main character confirm the truth about her life by looking through her mother's billfold?
What was the question again?
In what book does the main character confirm the truth about her life by looking through her mother's billfold? Correct. Do you know the author? Correct. Okay, number 17. In what book is the main character and her friends yelled at just for having a certain skin color and playing their sport?
Fast Pitch.
Correct.
Nick Stone.
Correct. Okay, number 18. In what book do you have to be completely fearless within your heart of hearts as you look at the eye of courage, or it will kill you?
Chronicles of
Incorrect.
Half Upon a Time.
Correct. And you know the author of Half Upon a Time?
James Riley.
Very good. Okay,
What
number
was the book?
19,
Yeah.
Razor Books. It's your turn. In what book do parents always tell the two siblings to be who we named you to be?
Ways to Make Sunshine.
Correct. And you know the author?
Renee Watson.
Correct. Okay, number 20, Musketeers. In which book is a mother surprised to see her daughter return home before Christmas? Correct. Correct. Okay, number 21, Razor Books. In what book does the main character buy a hot fudge sundae for only 27 cents?
Ways to Make Sunshine.
Incorrect. Musketeers. Incorrect. Okay, number 22, Musketeers. You ready? In what book was the 11-year-old main character in a broken down building when the rumbling started?
I survived the San Francisco.
Correct. And you know the author?
Lauren Tartt.
Correct. Okay, last question. Razor Books. In what book did a man steal the painting from a police car?
Mixed Up Files.
Incorrect.
What was the question?
In what book did a man steal the painting from a police car? 10 seconds. Incorrect. Okay, your last question, Musketeers, number 24. In what book do the characters follow a white stag who leads them back to a lamppost and home? Incorrect. In what book do the characters follow a white stag who leads them back to a lamppost and home? 10 seconds.
Chronicles of Narnia.
Correct.
Yes, the list.
Correct. Okay, give us just a minute and we will have a winner. It was very close. You both did a good job, but the Razor books.
Yes.
Okay. Razor books, if you can just sit there for just a minute, and we're going to give the Five Musketeers their rewards. Okay.
Let's go.
Let's go. No way.
Wait, are we gonna go to another school? Battle?
Not today.
When?
Next week.
Next week.
Oh.
Okay.
Hi.
If you guys can come up here, and then we're going to get your picture around the table, and I'm going to pass out the award. Okay, Logan.
The whole entire school.
No.
Yes. Okay, Logan.
What's your school? Oh my gosh. The principal's right there too.
Brooklyn.
Dude, my God. You're gonna be able to sing the whole entire school, and you
Ellis?
make me look like a teacher, and I don't.
Mason. And Sophia. Good job, guys. If you guys can stand right there around your table, and we will get your pictures. Squeeze in together.
Miss Cole,
Mm-hmm.
Micah keeps on saying Sigma into the microphone.
Really good job.
What's up, whole school? Yeah, what's up?
Good job, guys.
It's me, your boy.
Okay, and if the winning team will come up here. Hold on just 1 second. Okay. Micah. Rhett. Shawnee. And Marilyn. And guys, not only will you have medals, I have shirts for you to wear to the competition. If you will hold those up.
I'm gonna put
Here,
this sign
around the
over
table.
here.
Okay. If you, two people can get on one side and two on the other. And hold up your shirt with the pictures. Okay. Marilyn, help me
Bro,
hold it
Rhett,
up there,
it's
and then Shawnee,
spiky.
you stand right there.
Rhett,
Okay.
it's
And y'all put the shirt right here. Okay.
Here, hold the shirt between. Yes, there's like that, and then hold the shirt with that hand. Perfect. That way you can. Perfect. There you got it.
Congratulations, you guys.
Smile. 1, 2, 3. Perfect.
Okay, perfect.
This is mine.
Hey, Dad, look, this is my first 2 1